Okay, time for some revenge. It's gonna happen. We must show them how it's done. It is the only answer. It is the only solution. Merca must lose to the CRX. We got a couple of C4 Grand Sports in here, and our Cobra, Camaro SS. Because nothing says Merca quite like a Mustang and a Camaro. Yeah, Merca! Good old battle of V8s versus inline 4-cylinders. Well, this Corvette should probably be really frisky. Then again, C4 Corvette, not exactly the greatest car ever made. And apparently there was a Camaro there that I didn't see, so I'm guessing we were pretty much 4 wide at one point. Yeah, they're kind of a little bit faster. But that won't stop me! Never! And someone's probably saying down in the comment section, oh hey, you know, when you bump them and you totally miss, that's actually a net loss, you know, because you lose more time than you actually gain. So stop doing that! Again, it's just the way things are done. Misjudged it. Misjudged it. Misjudged it. Mustang spun out. Camaro spun out because American cars quite clearly cannot hang on to their own cars, their grip, the rear end. That was a terrible statement. That was terrible commentary. Forgive me. I am Corvette hunting in my CRX. Yeah, and also another fun thing. Yeah, GT350 would totally outbrake a CRX with a racing brake modification. Yeah. Totally. Seems legit, right? Good run through there. Close up that gap a little bit. We're at 8/10 right now. Get through there too quickly, but well enough. Probably gonna get pushed aside here. This is our weakest part of the track into our strongest part of the track, which is really where we have our last hope. We lost 2/10 there. And I misjudged it again, but he spun! These American cars, they can't go through corners at all because this is 1999, 2000. We haven't learned how to make cars that actually turn yet. It's gonna be intense. Ah, come on, stick! Go through the grass really fast. Never! Ever! Ever! No! 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 Man, the game cheated me. A little bit angry with that one. A little bit angry with that one, but what a way to start off this video. What a way. What a way to start off this video. I'm doing it again. I will beat those so awesomely amazing V8s with my little 4-cylinder Honda CRX. Must happen. This is Gran Turismo. Japanese cars must always win because it's Gran Turismo. That's why they have 40 bajillion of them that nobody cares about. Yeah, so we got the 2 cars that have beaten me last 2 times. These are one of those freakishly, strangely fast braking GT350s. Okay, serious face here. Well, I also got to keep talking, otherwise I'll get a copyright strike for having video in the background, audio in the background, because YouTube. Just a little lift there. Go around the outside. Get around in the inside. That way we can use this Corvette as a bumper. Send him into the Mustang. Hey, look at it. Another Mustang. Let's not use him as a bumper intentionally, or let's do that. Sounds perfectly fine to me. Yep, Mustangs totally take turn 6 at Laguna Seca flat out. Definitely. That kind of worked, I guess. I'll take it. Line up for this optimum exit speed. Apparently that guy's just too cool to use the brakes. Come on! You can do this. Anybody but the Corvette. Thank you. Thank you, Mustang driver. Thank you for getting in my way once again. I'm not gonna lie, this is strangely intense. Come on. You get past this Mustang going uphill. That way he's not in our way when we get to the corkscrew, which we're gonna need to absolutely nail to destroy this Series 1 in front of me. Everything we can to keep that Mustang back there. And his friends, because, well, they're all going to pass me. Spin out! No! Not me. Come on, game. Whose side are you on? I can't beat this car! Yeah. Okay. Screw it. Screw it. I lost. America beats Honda. Or CRX. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry at all. Because you know what? I'm a little enraged right now by that. So, what's going to happen is I get some virtual money burning a hole in my virtual pockets. And there's only one thing we can do. There's only one thing you can do in a situation where you're just outgunned. You got to go over to your Honda dealer, and you got to be all like, S2000 is really appealing. Gotta be all like, give me the Civic Type R! Yeah! Yeah. Now, I just want to throw this out there. I don't hate American cars or French cars or any cars. I hate crap cars. And to be honest, 90s American cars do not necessarily appeal to me. 90s French cars do not necessarily appeal to me. And hey, we can pop a turbo on our Type R, because you know what? Hells yeah. VTEC just got a whole lot more turbocharged. So now I'll be waiting for like all day to make some power. You know? You gotta wait for that VTEC, then you gotta wait for the turbo, and it's just like, man, you'd just be waiting all day. It's like when you go to the DMV, you know, or the DOT, or whatever it is. Got to stand in line at the driver's license station for like 6 years because the place is so horribly inefficient that like it takes forever to get your driver's license renewed. Yeah, that's gonna be my power delivery. So there's only one thing we can do: put dirt racing tires on a Civic. There's only one thing we can do. In doubt, super soft tires. Game over. We win. Victory has been acquired. Cannot be stopped. Will not be stopped. Yes, I'm going to great lengths just to make sure that this Civic definitely stomps on a Corvette. Yes. Not that I hate the Corvette. I like the Corvette. I like it a lot, but that's just not my style, to be honest. But it just must be done, because there's nothing in Gran Turismo more fun than beating cars that you shouldn't be able to beat. In theory. Or you wouldn't even be racing together. I mean, Civic? Corvette. Meh. Just shouldn't happen. Oh. Yeah! Yeah! I just wanna bring that back up to everybody's attention. There's no replacement for displacement, and this Honda has extra displacement on top of turbochargers, on top of VTEC, which means that we're just going crazy here. We have completely destroyed the universe. Everything that you know has just been changed because the rules of Gran Turismo have just been altered. I think I found the one car that you can actually up the displacement. Maybe that's why I never found it, because I never buy Hondas. That's probably why. Now, it is on. Yeah, this number 2 needs to go. It's gonna go. We are bringing field artillery to a gunfight at this point, because that's the way I roll. That stupid Corvette. And this thing sounds like a F1 car wannabe, honestly. And yep, suddenly, everybody became a lot faster. But now we actually have power when we go down a straightaway. So we can kind of hang with them rather than just kind of hope that they shove us in the right direction at a more rapid pace. Racing Super Softs, suck it! Yes, revenge. No! Save me, invisible wall. Entire barrier that is 20 feet high. But isn't, but is. I'm thinking Honda needs to build this car for real. You know, turbocharged Type R's, putting out 350 horsepower or so. I think that'd be a good idea. Except it torques you like a mother. That's one thing I never did understand about people in their front-wheel drive cars. Why do people keep adding more and more power to extreme degrees? Like, you get to a point where it's just not necessarily that practical and not really needed. I mean, I'm not talking about drag cars, you know, but I mean just like everyday type of scenarios. I'm not saying 300's too much, but for a front-wheel drive car, it is sufficient. Then again, I can't wait for the days where they're putting 650 horsepower engines in front-wheel drive hatchbacks from the factory, which it seems like it'll be sooner rather than later these days. Yes, total annihilation, as expected. Yeah! That one's for all the Honda fans out there. Yeah. Just kidding. It's for my own self-gratification, because I felt like bringing a decidedly un-American car to a race for American cars. That they don't enforce you to drive an American car, because rules and restrictions like that are kind of lame. So yeah, I did just spend like $200,000 on a Honda Civic just to win that one race. It's Gran Turismo, because you can. That was a victory drink right there. And the funny thing is, you thought I was just gonna not use this Civic. You thought I wasn't gonna show up any of the other countries. You'd be wrong. Britain, it's time I teach your Lotus Elises a thing or two about the amazement of turbocharged VTEC super high displacement Honda Civics. Because yeah! Flying through the air, because why not? Just imagine if I would have bought a GTR. Like, oh my god. What, no Mini? Just kind of thought of that. You know, you can make a Mini somehow go really super fast in this game. Thought just popped into my mind. Greatest duel of all time. Midgets versus Mini. 5-speed? 5-speed? Ew. Ew, that's nasty. That is nasty. Come on, Honda, this is like your supercar, you know, this is the Honda, you know, the mass-produced one, you know. Except for the NSX, but kind of different price range a little bit there. Could have at least put a 6-speed in the thing, jeez. I mean, if you're gonna call it a Type R, you know, shouldn't it race? I mean, this transmission is totally killing me here. Just kidding. Just kidding. God, this car sounds so whack. But hey, it's Gran Turismo, what do you expect? Let's see if the front wheels pop through the fenders. Nope. And yeah, totally forgetting where my fingers go on this thing, this controller. Okay, okay. And calm down. And calm down and drive. apparently I can't handle the power. Power is being put down to the ground all through the front wheels because it totally makes for a very balanced handling situation. Totally. Yeah. Yeah, what now, TVR and Lotus? How does that make you feel that you just got embarrassed by a Honda Civic? That may or may not have been turbocharged. Yeah, not fair. Not fair at all. But I think that we're getting pretty close to the end of these events, which is a good thing because they don't pay you well. They don't give you any prize cars or anything. They're all on tracks that they're all on the same track in their respective unit country, I guess. So they're not really all that exciting at all. But let's see what the UK can throw at me this time. Let's see. Yeah, you ain't got nothing for this. Come on now. Those Jaguars are ugly, just gonna say. Or Jaguar. Sorry. It's amazing though how angry British people get when you say Jaguar the way we say it here in the US. And don't say Jaguar. Or however they say it. It makes more sense with their accent, but I was cutting it close. Woo! Here we go with this 5-speed transmission bullcrap. Yeah, I could change the ratios, but again, Gran Turismo rules dictate that you never alter a car's setting. Unless you're doing one of the like the wind events, in which case you go silly. We don't have that here in Gran Turismo 2. Closest you get is, well, actually, wait, no. There is an event similar to that, if I remember correctly, because that's when you get a car that was intended for a purpose that basically meant you could never get 100% completion until they actually released a different version of the game. That'd be drag racing, which flying Hondas. Yeah, just go through the grass. No problem. World's best lawnmower. Basically, you could get a couple of drag cars because there's supposed to be, originally, intended to be drag racing in Gran Turismo 2, believe it or not. And that's why you can get drag cars that are completely useless for pretty much anything and everything. They have like 1,800 horsepower. They go really fast in a straight line, but that's it, obviously. Which, I might have to be one of our sooner rather than later stops. I think we need to find that race. I can't remember where it is. I'm pretty sure I know where it is, kind of, sort of. Not really, but kind of. But because they did remove drag racing at such a late time in the game's development, actually here in the versions released in the US early on, you can only get like 97.4 or 94.7% completion because there was events intended to be there that were removed from the game. The last moment. Wahoo! As my car just flips out and decides that the laws of physics and the stresses of that maneuver on a gearbox and drivetrain no longer apply, I guess. Well, if you're driving in reverse with a front-wheel drive car, it's basically the same as a rear-wheel drive car. You know, exactly. I mean, totally. I mean, right? I mean, come on. Close enough, you know? Oh. 443 horsepower. You think that's going to stop me? You think that's going to stop me in my Honda Civic of doom and destruction and annihilation? I mean, we got VTEC. And a turbocharger. Oh, Mr. Fancy Spans. Yeah, you hear that? That's the sound of pure Japanese horsepower. Yeah. You're not a natural Porsche because you know what? You suck. Yep, Gran Turismo 2, that game that seemingly ignited the whole, oh, we can't have a Porsche license, let's go get Roof instead. And now it seems like Roof is one of the most famous car makers in the world if you go by video game logic. So they're everywhere now. I'm pretty sure that they absolutely love, and I don't think Porsche really cares because why would they? I mean, not like it's exactly hurting their brand. Sure, EA cares though, but who cares about EA, right? Stick! Just imagine if I put the racing modification. We could take this thing to the Gran Turismo World Championships and promptly get stomped every time there's a straightaway requiring me to go over 130 miles an hour, I guess. I've slightly miscalculated. Yeah, I'm still way back there. Also, on the subject of Gran Turismo content, the Ford Taurus that we raced against earlier. Strange little fun fact that you may or may not know, depending on where you live in the world. You can transform that car with the racing modification into a NASCAR type look-alike, aka puts the stickers on from the Mark Martin Ford Taurus Valvoline car from back in the 90s. Whereas I think in other versions of the game, it gives you some standard, boring Ford scheme. It's kind of weird. Kind of interesting. And yes, so the little Honda Civic that could has destroyed all of the United States, including the Corvette, Grand Sport, the entirety of the UK, all of Germany, and their fancy schmancy roofs, and their 840 CIs. 8 Series BMW. Really cool car, actually. At least in my opinion. But now we're gonna have to do what this car was designed to do. What this car was designed to do when you smack a turbocharger, super slick, super soft tires, and take all the weight out of it, and just pour money into it because you just want to blow through these events with ease and make a bunch of VTEC comments. You go to Japan, and it'd be like, hey yo, R34, get on my level, because this is about to happen. Kaz, your GTR is about to lose to my Civic. Just throwing that out there, because I know you have a thing for GTRs. Like a crazed 12-year-old on YouTube. One of these things does not look like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. Go Subaru. And by that I mean, haha, you're all slower than a Honda Civic. In all seriousness though, don't hit that wall because it sends you bouncing across the track in a very weird, awkward manner. The Honda Civic is a car that I think a lot of us love to hate. It's just really weird. I can never take it seriously, ever. Which I think with these versions, it's too cute. You know, look at it's a cute little car. Oh, look at it, so precious. But you know, I mean, Civic Type R, the racing versions that these cars have had, you know, I mean, I'm not a fan of touring car racing, and many of you guys know that, but you know, it's respectable. But it's just like it's still a Civic, and there's not many other cars out there that are in the same boat. Like, if you make any car like super fast and everything like that, and give it a winning reputation, it's like it's going to be somewhat respected. Even, you know, the Volvo that they used to race in the my controller has died. Oh god, oh god. I need a medic. I need an adult. Oh god, help me. Help me. Help me. No. 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 Okay, back going the right direction. My controller died. Seriously. With full battery, might I add. That's time for Turbo VTEC High Displacement Civic. Go! Ooh, this one's gonna be close. You get that inside line. Move your super out of the way, fatty. Ha ha! You drive a Subaru and it's slower than my Civic. Ha 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 ha. But even that silly Volvo wagon that they used to race in touring cars in the BTCC, which is one of my, actually probably one of my more well-liked modern style touring cars, in all honesty. It's just cool. It's like, I can respect that car. You know why? Because it's a boat and it was like really fast. And you look at the, you know, Volvos with the same body style, and it's like, you can picture it. But every time I see a Civic, it doesn't matter what type of version it is. It doesn't matter, you know, what the guy has done to it that owns it or anything like that. It's just like, I can't help but see a Civic. And it's like, even the Integra, which is, yeah, even the Integra, which is basically a slightly different Civic, I don't see the same thing. But for some reason, the Civic just gets that thing going. So, anyways, just a second, screen may go blank. Okay, and we're back. I was just having some uploading issues. I'm uploading a previous episode as I'm doing this episode because it makes sense. Anyways, last of the GT Academy type things. And we'll get to go to the big boy leagues. And no, it's not called GT Academy, but GT World Federation Cups. GT Federation Cup National Editions or whatever. Just doesn't sound, you know, as cool. So take your alphas and go home, because the RX-7 is here to destroy you, because the RX-7 is awesome. Although, of course, in typical Gran Turismo fashion, somehow, some way, these guys will not be nearly as slow as they should be. And I remember when I first saw this track, as well as Seattle, which is one of the other street circuits, which was new at the time, is like, whoa! They got the Roman Colosseum in a video game, like, whoa! Mind blown! Nowadays, that doesn't have the same effect at all. Oh, different gearing. Stranger that worked, but I'm pretty sure we would have just blown the engine as we revved it up to like 50,000 RPM. But hey, Gran Turismo engines made of unobtainium. Absolutely indestructible. And honestly, even though the new Gran Turismo games, the new Forza games look the same, it just doesn't have the same effect. You know? That was even going from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 1. And with all these stupid graphical glitches, as I'm sure you guys can notice, like you can see through the road right there. Still look mind-blowing. Even going from Forza 4 to Forza 5, from 360 to Xbox One, it's like, ooh, cool. It looks slightly better. Emphasis on slightly. Man, this was like... It's like the city of Rome! Wow! Can't believe that. Although, could you imagine if they released a game where you can see through the road like 50 feet ahead of you like you can in this game now? People would be going crazy! Like, people like to pick on EA. I don't think they've ever released a game where you can see through the ground 50 feet ahead of you. They only release games where you could fall through the ground. Hey-o! And the cars did not change at all from race to race, I'm pretty sure. So we could have beat them down with the CRX just to break their will a little bit more, but, well, that's going to conclude this series, this section of video, because I'm going to take a break. But, well, I do believe that was the last of the GT2 Nationals. Yeah, no more of that crap, because that right here is the most grindy thing in Gran Turismo 2. That is, yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16 races. All 2 laps each. There's your biggest grind of the game. Yeah. And yes, you do see that arrow. Yes, we do have the event generator unlocked, so at some point we will have some fun with that in a certain car. And I know you guys know what I mean. Let me see if I can remember where that event is. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. So that's that. That's this chunk of video here. So yeah. Again, I want to make it really clear. This is all in joking fun. Just thought it'd be fun to take a Honda and make a buttload of VTEC jokes, as well as the fact that, holy crap, displacement. Seriously, it has no replacement for displacement. You know, that's amazing. But look at those specs right there. It is powered by a dedicated 1.6 liter engine producing 182 horsepower and a very Honda-like 118 pound-feet of torque. Bravo, Honda. Bravo. Honda Civic Type R, 1998 version. Regular old stump puller. You need to tow a boat. Type R can do it. Yeah, that's enough of this. Bye.